All right, so we're gonna be swapping the 340's steel factory roof and sunroof out for an F80 M3's carbon fiber roof. This is a full carbon roof. It's gonna save us about 80 pounds off the top of the car. Gonna have to gut out this headliner. So this kind of shows better how this carbon fiber roof is installed from factory. You see in here that gray shiny line is a panel bond glue. We're gonna have to use an air hammer and get in between that and just go all the way around to get this off. The factory steel roof is just pinch welded in along this same line. So we'll drill them out, remove the glass, and it'll lift right up. Currently working on getting a bunch of adhesive off the bottom of this. That way when my gutted car has the roof on it, we can see this nice checkered pattern. 2 cans of brake clean and a bottle of isopropyl alcohol later. Finally got all the adhesive off. So here Alistair and I are just going around both sides with 2 air hammers, separating the glue from the frame of the old car. So now we are taking all the glue off the carbon. Definitely got a little peely in some spots, but we're either going to try to put some more epoxy on it or just hope that the glue holds it in. All right, I got the glue all sanded down. There's still strips of glass on the front and back of this from when they cut it out of the car and the factory radio antenna. But this thing is so light. This is going to be crazy. Like one-handed, dude, you can just swing it around. And this is the glass and the antenna probably weigh more than the whole carbon fiber panel. But it's so light. So real quick, we ran the car up the road to Rimrock Auto Glass. They took out the factory front and rear windshields and then separated the old glass from the carbon fiber for us to be put back in. All right, we got the front and rear windshields out. Now we just got to separate the factory steel roof, lift it off, glue in the carbon fiber one, glue the windows back on, and we're done. I was going to do an acrylic rear window, but we pulled the rear window and it is not that heavy. So I think I'd rather keep the glass. That way it's still street car. All right, now we got to drill out all the pinch welds on the factory steel roof. We're punching guide pins all the way down, but there's probably like 40 of these pinch welds we gotta do. Now all that's left is a couple bolts for the roof rack mounts. Great hammer.
It's an impact drill.
I got the panel separated on the back with the chisel and the hammer. Now I'm just going to go up the sides here with a razor blade and cut the paint along the edge of this panel. That way when we're air hammering this out, it's not peeling the paint that's going onto this panel too. A little test fit. Carbon roof. I just got to clean it up, put the cross brace across the middle for it to not wiggle, and then glue it down. Alright, so the roof is out. We're about to weigh myself and then hold all these items to see how much weight we're pulling out. The sunroof, the steel roof, and then the carbon roof. The shit out of it. The sunroof weighed in at 30.8 pounds. Somehow the steel roof also weighed in at exactly 30.8 pounds. That's 61.6 pounds between the two. The factory headliner and lights and everything weigh 12.5 pounds, so a total of 74.1 pounds on the top of the car factory. Carbon fiber replacement roof weighs in at 11.2 pounds, so we're saving 62.9 pounds off the very top of the car just from getting rid of this stuff. Alright, so this bar on the M3 was a factory, basically anti-vibration just for the roof. So this is just tack welded in place. We're going to use some basically RTV like gasket maker, put it on the factory spots where the OEM roofs would have had it. This just makes it not vibrate or rattle. So we're going to put some RTV here, 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 along this line, in the middle, and then in the back right here. And then we're going to lay the panel bond all the way around the outside and put the roof on and weigh it down so that it sticks. This is the 3M panel bond adhesive that we're using. It's a 2-part mix. I'm going to lay it all the way around the top and set it down. Put the weights on the sides clamps on the front and back.
I don't know what this is.
Zigzag. It's supposed to be zigzag.
What?
All right, we made a mistake and didn't have clamps that could reach over this and get it down. So we have really heavy weights for carting and then just junk we found around the shop to lay around the sides. But we do have clamps on the front and rear to get it to squish out. But the panel bond definitely is squeezing out the sides. So it is going to adhere really well. But we just want to make sure it has good down pressure. That way it gets its best seal. All right, it's 5 a.m. The glue has cured overnight. About to pull it up, drive it up the road to the glass shop so they can put the front and rear windows back in. And then we are pretty much finished. Get it back to the shop and get some after pictures. Got the roof all done. Black line trim installed too. Looks awesome. I don't know if you noticed, but we did switch to a regular carbon hood now instead of my forged carbon from the old car. Make it all match on the top. So we've got just a carbon stripe over the whole car basically, with the roof and the trunk and the hood. Big shout out to Redmond Auto Care Service. Allie helped me out putting this all together. Holding it like it's heavy. A lot of things on here where you needed two hands. So we got it done. Looks awesome. Really wasn't that hard either.